A lot of you really probably don't realize that sometimes debt is caused by taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? What do I mean by that? A lot of you, as we stated earlier, you're overpaying in taxes, meaning you're giving too much money away. You may be doing that unknowingly. All right, we have this conversation all the time, especially with this being around tax time, you guys, with it being tax season. You have to understand getting a large refund back at the end of the year is not smart. It's not wise, and that's not to step on anybody's toes. Look up the definition of a refund, all right? If you just research that one word, you'll know you're getting change back. You overpaid, they're giving you change back. Imagine if you were getting that kind of spread out over the year. Throughout the year. So over the months, the 12 months in the year, what you could have been doing with that money, opposed to just letting the government hold it. Because that's what you're doing. You're letting the government hold your money. Interest free at that. We just talked about interest. You ain't getting any interest on that money that you're overpaying to the government. So just think about it. You're freeing up by minimizing those taxes. Now you can start knocking out their debt throughout the year. Most people wait on that large lump sum at the end of the year and they say, oh, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my credit card. And I'm not knocking anybody because that was my mentality. That's how I thought it was supposed to go. I'm like, okay, give me a little $2,000 check. Let me just go ahead and put it all on my credit card. Then we don't even put it all on our credit card. We're just talking because you see that chunk. You see that it's probably the largest sum of money that you've received all year at once. We see that chunk and we start questioning. We're like, do I really want to put it all on my credit card? Let me do something for myself, right?
Absolutely.
Let me take a few hundred and just put it in the bank and it's gone, in 30 to 60 days. So you have to understand how overpaying in taxes can actually cause you to go into debt. All right, so you got those two are kind of in alignment with one another. Once you get those taxes down, guess what? You can get that debt down too.
Let me piggyback on that because I know a lot of people, keep the sixes coming, but let me piggyback on that. And this is what I mean. Think about it this way. She said taxes a lot of times cause debt. So here's another perspective on another spin that you can think about. Think about all of the debt that you've ever acquired. And if you don't have any debt, think about the debt that you know of that you have, that someone else has acquired. In most cases, especially if you're applying for some type of auto loan or credit card or mortgage, they want to know how much money you make. Because what they want to secure is your ability to pay them back. If they don't feel like you can pay them back, then it's a good chance that they're not going to let you borrow the money or qualify for the loan. They want to secure that they're going to get the money that they loaned you. So when they want to know how much you make, what they want to know is how much you're bringing in. But when you think about it, what do they ask for? You see, it's two different forms of your income as it relates to, especially a person who works a job. It's two different forms of it. You have the gross income, which is what it looks like you made on paper. Then you have the net income, which is what you actually bring home after everybody else has gotten their chunk. The banks, instead of them basing it on the net, what you actually bring home, they base it on the gross. But that's not what you brought home. A large portion of what's in between their net and their gross is taxes. So if the banks are basing the money that they loan you on the gross amount and taxes is in the middle, then taxes kind of put you in that predicament, because if you had that extra amount that you were losing in taxes on hand, then you probably wouldn't have needed to borrow the money in order to qualify for that auto loan, in order to qualify for the credit card or, certain portions of your mortgage. You probably would have needed it had you had the tax dollars that you've been losing throughout your working career. So just think about that and understand the framework that's been designed to keep you needing or wanting or having to borrow. But if you just understand how to view it from a different angle, now you can gain control and you will no longer be a slave to the lender or be the borrower. You will then become the lender. So I just want